Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today is August, I believe 14th now. Yep, August 14th, Friday, 2020. And I'm going to be going over my own 2020 prediction. And then all these other models. There are 3 different models that I will go through after my genuine 2020 prediction. And the reason I want to look at these models is because a lot of them are decently accurate. They did predict that Hillary Clinton would win 2016, but not by that much, and it still showed states like Michigan as lean, which, obviously means that there was a shot for Donald Trump to win those states, which is why I think that they are decently accurate. And just let me characterize all these states. I'll go through my prediction. Oh my god, I keep on tapping twice. But, yeah, I'll go through my own prediction, and then, obviously, these other political reports. Pretty much it. Just gotta get those. Okay. So, yeah, let's go start going through my prediction. So, Mississippi and South Carolina are likely. Same with Missouri. I think that they will be a likely margin, but they will be a necessarily safe state for Donald Trump to win. Same thing with Virginia. Likely margin, safe state for Joe Biden. Same thing with Colorado. I think both of these states are pretty likely, as expected. So yeah. And then same thing with New Hampshire. Actually, the polls are showing Joe Biden with about a 9% lead, which, is pretty good considering that Hillary Clinton only won New Hampshire by under a percentage point. And then I think Minnesota will be likely for Joe Biden, and I think Michigan will also be likely. Usually I characterize Minnesota as lean, but a lot of polls have shown Joe Biden with pretty good leads, so I'm going to keep it as likely. Now, as for lean Republican, I would characterize that as Iowa, Maine 2nd District, and, where is it? Nebraska 2nd District. Both of the districts swung to the right quite a bit in 2016, and I think that they will do the same. And Iowa, I think Joe Biden might try and be competitive there, but at the end of the day, I do not think that they will win Iowa. And as we can see, Kamala Harris actually, she's actually doing well in the polls. She's helping Joe Biden quite a bit in the polls, which I find pretty astounding, especially considering that a lot of the Bernie bros that didn't want to support Biden, but what if he picked Warren, say? I'm surprised because a lot, almost every single one of them is not voting for Joe Biden now. So Kamala Harris must have pulled over quite a bit of the conservative Republican independent vote. Okay, anyway. So let's get over to lean Democrat. Lean Democrat, I would characterize Florida as lean Democrat. Same with Nevada and same with Pennsylvania. I think Florida polls show Biden up by around 5%. I think it will be around 5% if the polls, keep steady for Joe Biden. Same thing in Nevada. There haven't really been any polls in Nevada, but in 538, Joe Biden has around, I want to say 8% lead, 6%, 8% lead. And same thing with Pennsylvania. So, yeah. Now as for Republican tilt, I would characterize that as Ohio, North Carolina, Texas, and then I've gotten really iffy about Georgia because Kamala Harris is making Joe Biden poll a lot better in Georgia. These recent polls have shown Joe Biden leading by pretty good margins. Not enough to tip over the average to where he's winning, but recent polls have showed Joe Biden gaining a lot in Georgia. I will keep it as tilt Republican, but just for now. Now, as for Democrat, I would characterize Wisconsin and Arizona as tilt Democrat. Joe Biden will most likely win them by around 1%, which is my variation of tilt. So, yeah. Well, I don't want to hold us back for too long because I want to get to the other political reports. So let's do that. Now let's go to Cook Political Report first. I don't know if this was the one. Yep, it was the one that I peeked at. Obviously shows Joe Biden leading by over 300 electoral votes. And this is honestly a pretty good map. Decently good map, except I would characterize Maine 2nd District as lean. Other than that, I would actually say that this is a pretty accurate map. I mean, Nebraska's 2nd District, I do think will go to Donald Trump. But if we're just looking at the polls, Joe Biden is leading there by quite a bit. So, I mean, not surprising that this is the electoral map for them. Okay, now let's go over to inside elections. Let's see here. Okay, so they also have Joe Biden leading by a good margin, except they put Arizona in Joe Biden's column. And they characterize Nebraska's 2nd District, Wisconsin, and Florida all as tilt. And Montana as lean. That's interesting. But this is also a pretty accurate one. It annoys me that Joe Biden's at 19 because I have OCD. But I mean, this is a pretty accurate map. And I could definitely see the rest of these states and district going to Donald Trump. Or honestly, I could see them going to Joe Biden. It just looks weird, you know? Like, it looks weird to see Georgia as a tilt Democrat. It especially weirds me out if I ever see it as, like, safe or likely Democrat. But let's characterize these back to normal. And I'm just going to characterize that as Joe Biden. It's 319. It's just that gives me OCD. But, so yeah, pretty accurate map. I just find lean for Montana pretty surprising. But other than that, pretty accurate. Yeah, I would say at least. Okay, now let's go to the last one, Sabotage Crystal Ball. Let's see, they probably have similar. Yes, except they have Joe Biden not past the 270. So they have like every whatever it is, like every best case scenario for Donald Trump possible, except every other state would go for Donald Trump. Every best case scenario for Donald Trump ever. Oh, yeah. That's like every best case scenario I've like ever made for Donald Trump. But pretty accurate as well. But if I see Michigan and Pennsylvania going Democrat, I personally see Wisconsin going Democrat. But that's just me. Obviously Sabotage sees something different. And I could definitely see something like this happening, you know, where all these rest of the states have to be called like very late. I mean, everything is going to be delayed quite a bit because of mail-in voting, but like delayed even more because of how close these states are. And personally, I see Pennsylvania being called pretty late in the night. I do see it going to the Democrats, but I see it being called pretty late in the night. Well, yeah, I would like to thank you guys for watching. Sorry I could not make another video